It was my goal to not buy as many decks in 2023 as I did in 2022. I am not sure if I did that because in 2022 I purchased 30 new decks. Let's take a look at the decks that I purchased in 2023. Starting in January, I got the Journey Oracle, which is a really fun and bright colored, kind of new age vibey Oracle deck. And this was recommended to me by Cheyenne over at Velvet Forest Moon. I feel like I always have to say that when I talk about this deck. But it has the size of a tarot deck. It kind of looks and is set up as a tarot deck. It has such bright colors. Like I said, it has more new age vibes. I don't remember if I did an entire review on this deck. I have sort of halfway through 2023 redone the way that I do my reviews, just so that they're shorter and more helpful. So that is what I got in January, plus like a whole bunch of other decks. I got the Making Magic. It's not really an Oracle card deck. This is supposed to help you with spells, I guess, with your spell work. And I did use it a little bit, but then I wanted to put like a tea light on here, but if I would put it on there too long, then the card would sort of bend and it would be like, it wouldn't be good. So I don't know if this is the way that I want to do spell work. I don't think that it is. I'm really, but how do I say it? I'm really experimenting with different ways that I want to do magic. I don't necessarily see myself as a witch, but I would like to incorporate more magic into my practice. That's also a reason why I started my Patreon, where we not only do like a guided tarot practice into the sun and the moon, or I guess working with the sun and the moon through tarot, but also including some spell work for the month that is associated with the theme that I've chosen for the month. So yeah, I think I would prefer that over this one. Then also in January, I got the When My Soul Whispered Oracle. This is another deck that I'm going to declutter. If you watched my 2024 Tarot and Oracle Collection video, that's the previous video, then you'll know what decks I am decluttering. This is going to be one of it. It is so cute. It's like a little mini deck. The edges are sort of gilded, sort of. And it's like full of animals and stars and flowers, but it's just, I can't really work with this deck. I don't know what it is, but when I pull from this deck, I don't get the intuitive hits that I get from some of the other decks in my collection and that I've purchased in the year. I'm pointing downwards here because I have all of them down here. Oh my god, I can't believe that I have only bought this deck in 2023, but I got it in January. It's the Sasrabido Tarot. This, hands down, is one of my favorite decks in my collection. It is an indie deck. I purchased it through, I think I purchased it through Indie Tarot, which is a Dutch web shop. Oh, it is so amazing. I love the black borders. Again, I cannot believe that it took me so long before getting this deck, because I saw people rave about it pretty much ever since I entered TarotTube, and pretty much when I entered TarotTube was also when I started my tarot practice, which was in 2020. So okay, this is a great deck. This is beautiful. It is everything. I love this deck. I've used it so much in 2023, which I can't say for the last two decks that I showed you. Then I also can't say that for the next deck. I also got the Orion's Animal Tarot in January. I don't like this. I know I've hurt some people's feelings by saying that because they really like it, but I just don't. I can't. The cards are too dark. I usually read more at night, I guess. Someone in the comments said that they like to read with this in the summer because it's sunnier and lighter for longer, so they can more easily see the details in the cards, and they really love it. Someone else said that it's great for like new moon and dark moon readings. Maybe, but I think sometimes you want to give a deck like a shot in your collection. You want to work with it a little bit more, and sometimes you're just like, no, I don't want to put the energy into it. And that's my thing with that deck. I have other decks that I love a lot and that I want to put more time and energy into, and the Orion's Animal Tarot is just not one of them. Then I didn't get any deck in February. Probably because I purchased so much in January. But then I did get the Ethereal Visions Tarot in March. This one is so freaking stunning. This one has the holographic details. I did do a review video on this, I remember. But it has the holographic details and it's so pretty. Look at that. This, I used this a ton when I first got it. I haven't used it so much during the fall. I think this really gives me that springtime energy. I don't know if this is going to be a deck for Ostara, probably, or like the next Sabbath, because I'm trying to categorize my decks sort of seasonally so I get more use out of them. Okay, then in April I got 3 decks. One of them I got for free, so let's start with that one. That is the Millennial Tarot. The people over at Millennial Tarot sent it over to me for review, and I did do a review on it. Because it's so fun. Like, I get if this is not your thing, right? If you're not a millennial, if you're not into the millennial lingo or the millennial experience, I guess, then you might not like this. But I freaking love this. This is such a fun deck. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be working with this during Ostara just because I need to get out of this depressing winter energy. I've been dealing with seasonal depression. I said that in the last video, and I need something that makes me laugh more, that makes me feel better. And I think this is a deck that could do exactly that. So I'm super excited to work with this. If you want to see more about this deck, sort of how it is set up and what all of the weird titles are all about, then definitely watch my review on it. But that is the Millennial Tarot that I got in April. Then I had a subscription for like, it's similar to Kindle Unlimited, but I had it on my Kobo e-reader. And I read the Little Prince story. So I really wanted to get the Tarot of the Little Prince. However, I have not really read with it at all. I'm sad to say, because the artwork is so cute. I love the shuffle on these Los Scarabeo decks. And they're so cute. I love the sort of muted art, like the muted color scheme, I guess, that is used here. And it's so cute. But what I've noticed, and I've said this before, is that I just personally do not do well with decks that are really based on a story. I've had that with the Witchling Academy Tarot as well. I just want a deck to be a deck and not to be an extension or like a picture book of a story. That is just not how I comfortably sort of read tarot. So yeah, that might be one that I'm gonna let go of as well. Then the last deck that I got in April was right in time for Beltane on May 1st, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know the dates of the Sabbaths by head, but it's the Season of the Witch Beltane Oracle, and it's really pretty. And this got me hooked on the Season of the Witch decks, and you will see 2 more of those. 2 more of those? Yes. In today's video, because I got hooked, and they're just great decks. And I love this one especially because this has like those mid-spring vibes leading into summer, and that is just what I live for. Like, I don't remember May being a necessarily warm month here in the Netherlands last year, but June was like a boiling hot month. I remember that. And that is when I use this deck a lot, so it just gives me all the summer vibes, which I love. Then I didn't buy anything in June. Oh wait, we're still in May. Sorry, I bought this in April. I'm sorry. And then in May I bought 3 Oracle decks. I don't know. I feel like this year was sort of my year of exploring a lot of Oracle decks. The first Oracle deck that I got in May was they all arrived at the same time basically, but this is the Finding Inner Peace inspiration cards. It also comes with a little thing to like stand for your cards. And this deck has affirmations, sentences, mantras, whatever you want to call it. And they are cute. And some of them are very, very deep and I resonate with them a lot. And some of them I don't really. This deck is Gilded Gold, which is super cute. And I like that we have on the card like the name of the card. This one is Honoring My Inner Light. And then also at the bottom we have a little bit, not necessarily a poem, but like a mantra. And I like that. It helps you to understand what the card means. It helps you to get into a certain vibe. I think this is a great deck either to end your reading off with, mostly to end your reading off with, I think, to get like a closing message, a closing affirmation. But I also think this is good as a general, to choose a general theme for your reading. So you guys know that I am all about the self-love, all about the confidence boosting, and I think this is a really fun deck that can help you with that. Then the next Oracle deck that I got in May, I keep having to look back to my sheets because I write down all of the decks that I got when I get them on like Google Sheets. This is, wait, did I already say it? Sacred Destiny Oracle. Am I a mess today? I hope not. I have 4 videos to pre-film today, so I hope that I'm not a mess. Otherwise, the next few videos are all going to be very messy. So this is a deck that I didn't think I needed. Everybody on the Tarot Tube was raving about this deck, was loving it, and I was like, what is so special about it? It has like big white borders, a weird simple image, and like a basic ass keyword. But that is exactly what I love about it. I actually love that this sort of looks like a picture frame in some way. And the images are really, really pretty, but it's really for me about the basic ass keywords because they're so basic ass, I guess, that it is so clear what the card means. Here we have inner peace. It makes so much sense what this card is about. Change. How much more clear can you get? Abundance. And then in the guidebook, we go deeper into not only what we're actually seeing in the card, and all of these cards are associated with some sort of a landscape, I believe, and that is what Denise Linn goes into in the guidebook. So I've definitely appreciated and enjoyed going through the guidebook, but lately I've just been pulling cards from this deck and using it with my own intuition, not even touching the guidebook. Then I also have the Shadow and Light Oracle. This is by Selena Moon. Don't get it confused with another deck that is also called Shadow and Light. And this is super fun because it has contrary keywords on each card. So literally here, Shadow, Light is what we have. Oh, these are very glossy. Sorry, I'm using a light here. Then we have apologizing versus grudge. It's like, which one of these am I doing? Which one of the, am I doing more apologizing or am I holding a grudge? Is one really better than the other, or can we find a balance in between them? And I think those are really great. Like, these are such great cards to reflect upon a certain situation. We have reflection, overthinking. Like, you can overthink your reflection. You can reflect on things, but you can also overthink that. Forgiveness and grimness. And I do like the images on these cards. I will say, for this Oracle deck in specific, I really like the keywords more than I really care about the images, to be really honest. But I don't hate the images. So that was May. I didn't buy anything in June, like I said, and then July was like boom. Not in the amount of decks, but the decks that I got were amazing. First of all, I pre-ordered the Season of the Witch Maven Oracle back in January because it was for a really, really affordable price, and I got it in July. Oh my god, I was totally not into the autumn vibe in July, but still, I thought this deck was so pretty. I remember doing an Instagram reel with this because I was at my my parents-in-law's. We were there over the summer and they had this like reddish plant. So I'm pretty sure I did like an Instagram reel with this deck over there. On the plant. This is such an amazing deck. This is the first deck in the series with a new illustrator, and I fell in love with this artwork. I previously had the Beltane Oracle that I just showed you, and then I saw this one, and then when I saw the next one was coming out also from this illustrator, I had to get it. So now I'm obsessed with the Season of the Witch Oracle decks, which I like, but my wallet may not like that. That I got in July. And then I got 2 big special edition boxes from Liminal 11. I'm only going to show you like the basic decks in them because I did two separate videos. One for the This Might Hurt Tarot special edition box, did a whole video. I also did an Instagram reel on that as well as the Citadel Oracle. So let's start with the This Might Hurt Tarot. I basically only use a tarot. I don't really use the rest of the stuff in the special edition. I probably should take them out and put them here as well so that I can use them, because I don't hate what is in the special edition. I actually think the special editions are really, really cool, especially the one from the Citadel Oracle. But it's the This Might Hurt Tarot that stole my heart. This is a deck, I've said this before, where everybody was super into it when it was an indie deck, and I was like, I don't really know what the fuss is about. Like, yeah, it's a cute, modern, inclusive deck, whatever, we have more of those. But this is different. It really is different. And I have only had this since July. I haven't even touched this in like 3 months because I've been doing my seasonal deck picks and this one hasn't been in any yet. And still this already feels and looks like it has been used a lot, because it has. I have used this deck so much because it became a staple as soon as I received it. I swear to you, if you like more, this is not even a muted color scheme, it's in between muted and bold, so I think in that way it's very neutral. I think the voice of the deck is very neutral and it shuffles great. You can both riffle shuffle and overhand shuffle it. The guidebook is okay too, but I really like this for just the images, and I recommend this to anyone basically. And then we have the Citadel Oracle. This one is in a weird shape. Let me show you. But and you think that it would be difficult to shuffle, but it really is not, because you can still hold on to the top and the bottom here. So the shuffle really is not hard at all. And I have mobility issues in my hand, my right hand. This is so pretty. Oh my god, I miss working with this deck. I know that I've put this on the list for decks to work with for Ostara, because I want more of that light sort of energy, and this is stunning. I'm also going to pull out the other deck that comes in the special edition because it has the same shape, and maybe I want to put it together with it in one deck. I don't really know how I would store that though, because it wouldn't fit in a box, but I'll figure that one out. The Citadel Oracle is so freaking stunning, and I've used it a lot when I first got it. I haven't really touched it since, but I'm excited to work with it again because I do remember really, really loving it. Those were the decks that I got in July, and then in August I got 3 decks. 2 were, no, I'm pretty sure they were all pre-order. They might have been all pre-order. First, the Lightseers Pocket Edition. I don't really think that I need to show that much of this because it's the Lightseers but shrunk down. And it's cute. I keep this in my purse for all my on-the-go emergency tarot readings that I don't have, but I still love this deck, and I'm so excited that I have the Pocket Edition. I did use it back when I did my Mindful Mondays, where every Monday I would pull up. Jesus, can I talk, please? Every Monday I would send out an email with a message, and I took this with me on vacation when I went to Greece because I didn't want to miss a Monday upload or a Mindful Monday, so I used that. Then I am very much looking forward to using the Valoria's Tarot more in the spring and summer. So because this came out in August, I haven't really used it a lot. I did do a review video on it. It is so cute and adorable. Why can I not hold on to all of the cards? It's a little smaller deck. It's not as small as like a Pocket Lightseers Tarot or a Pocket, what do I have here? Wild Unknown is like almost the same size maybe as a Lightseers Tarot. And this is a little bit bigger than that. It has the bright bright pink edges, which just make me feel all Barbie. I'm still obsessed with the Barbie movie, by the way. I recently watched it again on HBO Max, I think. Still obsessed. And I made my boyfriend watch it too. And I think he likes it better than he let on. I really think that. Well, this is so cute. It's super minimalistic. I like that. And I think that I haven't been using it a lot, but I do think this is a deck that I could really use a lot in, especially in client readings, because I want to get more of that confidence boost, self-love, self-worth type of energy. And this really feels like that. And I know Samantha Rook has created multiple other decks, and those are always ones that I'm super intrigued by, but never really want to bite the bullet on. And then the last one that I got in August was the Unfolding Path Tarot. This was also an amazing deck. This was already out as an indie deck, and then they brought it out as a mass market deck by Hay House? Probably. Where is it? Hay House? Yes. Of course, this is such a Hay House deck. My god, I don't even want to edit this too much because it's been getting a little bit too much to edit so much. But I do really like when my videos are edited well, so hopefully you don't mind my mess of a person that I am today. It's pretty. It's pretty. I love this artwork. It is diverse and inclusive. It's just so pretty. I love the different depictions. Oh my god, look at that Queen of Pentacles. I love the different depictions. I love that the Page of Cups is like an old man, an old gray man, because it shows that, yes, tarot shows archetypes, so it makes sense that the Page of Cups is depicted as a child, because it's like a childlike energy. But I also really appreciate when it's shown as an old man, because who says that we lose that sense of the sense of childlike wonder, so to speak, when we get older? I think that it's super important to show that it's okay to hold on to that. So then in September I didn't get anything. In October I only got one deck, which is the Story Oracle. I still want to do a review on this, but I feel like not a lot of people are really searching for this, so I don't really know if people care enough to have a review of the Story Oracle. Let me know if you're interested in it, because I do have some other decks that I would rather first do a review on, which we will get to when we get to the December decks, because there are some gems in there. Okay, this is a deck that you can use both for creative writing prompts, but also as an oracle deck. And since I have finally been able to read again in August, because I've been burnt out, I could barely read text on a screen. Like, I could not read any books. I couldn't. Everything was blurry, and I got headaches. And then in August, I finally felt a little bit better. The sun really does me so well. And I was able to read again, which meant that when I can read stories again, I get inspiration and I get motivation to write my own stories again. It is my goal to once publish a book. I would love for that to be traditionally published and to put out more books, but I don't know what's going to be possible. And so when I saw that the Story Oracle was coming out right around the time that I was reviving my motivation and inspiration to write stories again, I thought I needed this. And I haven't really found a use for it as a creative writing prompts card deck yet, but I have used it for a few oracle readings. Not a lot, I'll say. I haven't really touched it a lot. Okay, then I did not get any decks in November, and then I got 4 books in December, and they're pretty much all amazing. So, starting with Season of the Witch in Bulk Oracle, I pre-ordered this as soon as it was available, because it just... I am not a winter person. I have already said multiple times, I think, in this video that I am all about the sun. I'm a summer child. I was born in August. I'm a Leo. Love the sun. And still, this deck might be my favorite that we have seen so far. I have done a review video, which is up by the time this video goes live. And it has those winter vibes where you're like, yeah, it's winter. We have accepted that it's winter, but also spring is coming closer and closer. The days are getting longer again. It's getting light a little bit earlier in the day, and it gets dark a little bit later in the day. So that this is like the hopeful winter energy where, yeah, it's dark and we can suffer with seasonal depression. Personally, within my seasonal depression, it's worst in it's like the worst in in October, November, December. Then January, the new year, new me energy really hypes me up again. But then at the end of January and then definitely in February is when I dip really, really hard again. So I'm actually seeing a psychiatrist tomorrow to hopefully get myself on some meds. So I don't know if that's TMI. I don't know. Okay, the next deck that I got is a Tree Keepers Oracle. Oh my god, this is such a beautiful deck. I did a review video on this in December. You need to get this. I don't usually tell you what to do, but I'm telling you. No, I'm not really, but I am encouraging you to get this because it is so pretty, and the creator of this deck wants you to use this deck one card at a time, because the messages of each card are potent enough where you can pull one card. Here we have the Keeper of Sleep, which is actually the first card that I have pulled with this deck. And you can really go deep into the message, not just by looking at all of the beautiful things in the card and going into the keyword of sleep, but then also the guidebook has some information. It doesn't like give it away. It really wants you to work for it, which I appreciate. And that is just what I think is so great about this deck, that it wants you to work for it, but you'll get results, you know, you'll get, it's beneficial to sort of work on it for yourself. Is that what I want to say? I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm slowly going mad. Oh my god, I'm also mad about the next two decks. The first one you already know that I got, which is the Mythos Tarot. And this is so beautiful. This is probably my next deck that I want to review. Let me know if there's anything else here in this pile that you want a review on instead of this, and I can make that happen. But this is so pretty. I have used this. This is like one of my in-bulk decks. I might pull this into Ostera just because I am definitely not done playing with this. This is stunning. This has Greek gods, goddesses, and other beings. I'm saying beings because Medusa is also in here, but Medusa is not a Greek goddess. From all kinds of deities, I guess, from the Greek pantheon. We have the Graces. There's also somewhere in here the Muses. We have Zeus, if that is how you say it in English. I've always learned those names in Dutch, so I wouldn't know. Styx, I think. And I just love tuning into the energy of these, and the cards are so freaking beautiful. Like, all of the people, I guess, on these cards are so beautiful. I love it, and I've been really, really enjoying working with this deck. I haven't quite figured out the energy of it yet, but I think that's because there are so many different gods and goddesses and beings depicted in this that it really is a mishmash of different types of energies, and I think I really like that. Then the last deck that I got, I haven't really talked about, but I've used this especially in my podcasts, reading on headlines, where I read the tarot on news headlines. And I think that this deck is perfect for that. This is the Fifth Spirit Tarot, and this is so inclusive. It's very much gender inclusive, and I appreciate that a lot. So I also just like the sort of art style here. We have, here we have the, let's see. It's a mix of where we have people, and then sometimes we just have objects. Or here, the Seven of Pentacles. Usually there's a person standing nearby the bush, but not here. So it goes a little bit on the more minimalistic side, but it's definitely not pippish in my opinion. I also have right here the book Radical Tarot that I still want to read, and this book is actually the reason that I even got the Fifth Spirit Tarot, because I thought that it I don't know. I just wanted to have it. To be really honest. And this has really surprised me with the accurate fucking tarot readings that I'm getting with this, especially in the podcast readings, where I just feel like this has such a good energy for those more political tinted readings. So if you want to see what I have to offer, like for free plus my paid offers, you can look in the description. You can listen to my podcast. You can sign up for my free 7-day confidence boost challenge. All of that stuff is in there. If you counted along with me, I got 23 decks in 2023, so that's better than the 30 that I bought in 2022. And I also just got a couple of decks that I am totally in love with. So I guess 2023 was a good purchasing year. Click the video on the screen if you want to see what decks I am decluttering from my collection, plus just all the decks that I have in my collection. The video is on the screen right now. Subscribe if you want to see more tarot chats and deck reviews. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!